despair. And then he looked right through me as if I wasn't there.
All content presented is a complete joke and should not be taken seriously. Isn't incompetent. 5'2", 3/4 want to be singing on financial advisor. Crypto's a scam, making money online is impossible. Global warming is real, and the earth is flat. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up, guys? How we doing, man? Jeez Louise. Listen, we have some things to talk about. We have some things to talk about. Okay? We have... What's up? Listen, guys, we got some stuff that we got to talk about. Before we do that, let's change up the music. Let's keep it chill. Today's going to be chill. Not singing, not screaming, not dancing, none of that. Okay, we ain't going to do that. But... we're gonna chill, we're gonna vibe. First of all, can I get a sound check? Do we sound good? Is the music too loud? Is the music too not loud? How are we doing? Are we all happy, healthy, wealthy? That's number one. Before we talk about the money stuff, before we talk about all the moolah, let's talk about inside, okay? Let's talk about our health. Are we all happy, healthy, wealthy? I want to make sure that we're all happy, healthy, wealthy, okay? Public YouTube people, let's talk about the mental. The mental's the important thing. Okay, are we all happy, healthy, wealthy? If we're all happy, healthy, wealthy, give me a tree emoji in the chat. And a reminder to, if you like the content throughout what we're about to talk about, please do me a solid, hit the like button. If we're all happy, healthy, not wealthy but healthy. Okay, you know what though? Health is wealth. So let's work on the wealth. Right? 2026 is the year of the dragon. But at least if we're healthy, let's get some tree emojis in the chat if we're healthy. Okay? Listen, we got to talk. We got to talk. Crypto is finally pumping. We have to talk about a few things. Number one, I haven't been active on YouTube. Okay? Why have I not been honey? Why have I not been active on YouTube? I haven't been active on YouTube because, listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys, okay? I am very transparent with everybody, okay? I've always been transparent with everybody. I have no problem saying when I'm wrong. I have no problem saying that things have been tough and whatnot. And I'm going to keep it real with you guys, man. The last few weeks have not been easy for me, okay? Has not been easy. We are in a range on Bitcoin, okay? We're in a range on Bitcoin. And yes, we have lower highs, lower lows, but all of this liquidity, when you're in a range, when you are in a range, actually, I can't say for you. When I am in a range, when I'm at the lows of the range, I'm looking for longs. And we've had a few setups in the last, few days, couple weeks, but clearly the longs have just been getting absolutely graped. If you get my drift. And so because of that, I haven't really done well this month, guys. This is a red month for me. I'm not in the green this month. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's been a little bit discouraging. I don't want to come on YouTube because of it. And anyway, so, I've taken some trades, some good trades. I'm primarily in the red this month because... by the way, I am long right now. I'm primarily in the red this month because of all of the long setups I've had. I pretty much held them and round tripped them, even though I am primarily a scalper. Okay? There's a couple of price actions that I can work on. It's not my greatest strength. One of them are elongated ranges, and the other is when it's up only or down only. Funny enough, this is an elongated range, and it's pretty much been down only. Okay, so this is double my kryptonite, we'll call it. And so I haven't really been doing too hot this month, I must say. January was good, and then February was like really not good for me. So I pray that you guys, it's been better for you. Hasn't really been great for me. And while sometimes I come on and I talk on Twitter and I talk on YouTube and I say Nexus new, I will say this. We had a few trades and they were good risk to reward trades. Like, you know, there was definitely money that was made. But the problem for me is that, and I'm going to answer this question right now. Unleashed Crypto says, why don't you short anymore? You used to crush it with shorting. The problem is, number one, we're very overextended to the downside, and I don't short the bottom. Number one, like I don't short lows, I short highs. When we're at, like I shorted, you guys want to see where I shorted? I shorted this on stream. I closed my 200k profit long. I closed that right here, and I went short right here. But the short I closed right here. But I short the highs. I don't short the lows. I just don't. I look for longs. When we dump, we look for longs. When we pump, we look for shorts. Right? Now, there is a way to rim see it and follow it down, and that's where, you know, the scalping comes in. However, the problem with this specific range is that almost every short, not every single short, but almost every short happened while I was either asleep or I was not around. So for example, this one was 2 a.m. Okay, first of all, I'm EST. This was 2 a.m. This one was 6 a.m. This one was 7 p.m. I was on live stream and I wanted a little bit higher. I'll show you exactly what I wanted, but we didn't get it. Where's my 7 p.m. This one here. This one. I was on live stream. I think this was the last time I was on live. I'm not going to find the exact box, but my short was like there. So I missed the short by like, I don't know, $100. So I didn't take it. Okay, I didn't take it. So that one I messed up on. I just wanted a little bit higher. I didn't get it. Okay. This one, 3 a.m. This one, I didn't think that there was a short here. I thought this was going to take out the high. So this one, I mean, I guess I wanted a little bit higher. This one was a missed one, an opportunity. Right, this one was for the check marks. I'm gonna put like that one was London. This one was London. This one was London. Okay, this one. This one. So this long I hit. This long I hit, and then this one was on Saturday. And it's funny because every single Saturday in my life, I'm home and I'm doing nothing. This is the one that I decided to have a social life, and that's what happened. I wasn't around for this. So, I mean, it's not really I wasn't trading. It's not really my fault. And then this one, look at the time. 3 a.m. Right? 3 a.m. And then this one, I think I posted about it on X yesterday. And there's no way in a million years I'm shorting this close to the range low. And when you have this many like equal highs and no highs are being taken, I'm never going to short this. I think that's a very, very bad trade, in my opinion. So of everything that we just went over, like, you know what I mean? Like all of the shorts in this range, I shorted here. Okay, we shorted that. But most of the shorts and most of the higher paying shorts in this range happened at, oh, what is this song? What is this music? Most of the shorts happened at 4 a.m. 3 a.m., 4 a.m. my time. So it's very unfortunate because, yeah, let's do this one. This is nice. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Yeah, it all happened. It all happened at 4 a.m., right? So to answer the question of do I not short? Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, I when we're dumping, I look for longs. When we're pumping, I look for shorts. And I don't short the range low. Now let's talk about some other stuff, and then we're going to talk about targets and stuff while we're here, okay? By the way, because I have been not active on YouTube, my algorithm is absolutely obliterated. So I need to start getting back on YouTube, and I need to seriously start doing it again. So we're going to talk about what I think is going to happen next here in a moment. but I please ask that you guys hit the like. I don't want to be annoying when I ask it, but every 100 likes, it's not even just about the likes. I want to start doing internships again for the Nexus, and I can only do that if I get the likes. So every 100 likes I get during stream, okay, we are going to start giving Nexus internships away. So I want to talk about an elephant in the room real quick, very, very quickly. By the way, like actually the first elephant in the room is that these thumbnails that I'm doing lately are absolutely sick. I mean, it's crazy. I like it. I really like it. I want to talk about the elephant in the room, which is this video here. So I posted on X. Let's get my X real quick. I posted on X. This guy that commented, he might be here lurking. I banned him from the channel. Okay, I banned him from the channel. This is what he said. He said, this is on that video that I said, and we're gonna talk about that video in just a second. He said, you are hopeless and constantly wrong. You block people who write the truth about you. You're a coward and a poser. Let there be as little of this garbage as possible. And what I said was, it's funny how people only remember things when you're wrong. This video was posted 6 days ago, which we're gonna talk about in just a second because it's important to right now. I'm not just, you know, talking stupid shit. It's gonna all come together. Don't you worry. Okay, it's gonna all come together. So I was like, if you can't understand that the market can't shift in that time, you don't understand trading. Yes, I do remove the negativity. Okay, if anybody's mean to me, and I'm not even trying to sound like a pussy, like if you're mean or whatever, if you want to have like a discussion, we can talk about it. But if you're gonna be a dick, then I'm just like, for my peace of mind, get out of my face. I don't need you. You're watching me. I'm not watching you. Respectfully, I don't need you. I can sail into the sunset by myself, right? Anyways, I don't care about what strangers think of me. Whatever. I care about staying focused, disciplined, passionate. I like to spread the good vibes. I come in, hey guys, I hope we're all happy, healthy, wealthy. I want only the best for everybody, obviously. Okay, but energy matters, which is why I've been, you know, relatively absent on YouTube. Okay. Anyways, to be clear, I will trade any of you any day of the week. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because this video that has a very, very good thumbnail, might I add. I talked about, the video is called "Watch This If You're Bearish, Short Squeeze Incoming." Okay. And it's funny that the guy even left that comment, because the long story short of this video was I talked about the range and I talked about a potential scenario, and we'll go to the actual real charts now. Okay. We'll go to the real charts now. We were somewhere up here and I said short squeeze is coming. Look where we were. So we were at like 67K and I said short squeeze coming, which is right here. Okay. And here's the long story short, is that because we had this big capitulation move, and this big capitulation move did hit an order block, a POI. It did hit one. Okay. And we had all this liquidity being generated above. We are allowed to interpret the range like this as well as like this. And at the time, what I thought was going to happen was that we were going to squeeze all the shorts. We were going to come up to 72, 74K ish. And then we were going to potentially roll over and go way downstairs. What ended up happening instead was my second scenario. So I said that there's no reason to revisit this low, and there wasn't at the time. However, we obviously came down and revisited that low. What did we come for? We came for the last demand zone in our bigger time frame range, right? Remember, you could have interpreted the range in two different ways. So while I said short squeeze incoming, and I wasn't wrong because we did have this move to the upside, it wasn't exactly the short squeeze that I was expecting. So you could say I was wrong. You could also say that I gave the invalidation and I gave the scenario of coming down to here, which is exactly where we came to. Okay, fine. However you want to interpret it. Oh, traders are, they say it could go up or say it could go down, and then they just say that they were right. But I mean, it's all probabilities, which is what I'm kind of getting to. So that's the elephant in the room, right? That was the last video that I posted. And then I haven't been performing well since then. And that's just me being honest, right? Me being very transparent. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that everything is great and whatever when it hasn't been. It's been tough. It's been stupid in my opinion. The bears have been getting free money. And it's been very frustrating. And that's just me being very, very honest. So now we can talk about what we think is going to happen now. Okay. I think the idea remains the same. I do not need Bitcoin to revisit this low, at least not yet. Okay, at least not yet. Now, what I was talking about in that video was that this current range is very reminiscent of the December range. And if you guys remember the December range, that is the range where I made my $200,000. Okay, this range, despite everybody and their mother being so aggressively bearish, I personally was like, nah, man, this distribution is not going to work out. We are going to go higher. Why? Because this distribution resulted in this market structure flip, which shouldn't happen. And we have a very extended move to the downside. So you would expect lower high, lower low. It didn't make sense to distribute from here. Well, this was the exact same situation. We have a very extended move to the downside. We have our distribution here. That distribution flipped structure back to bullish. That's why I was saying a short squeeze is coming. No different than this. The time I made the video, we were right here. The only difference is instead of it going up and taking the high, it fell like, you know, a quarter way up or a third way up and then died again. Okay. So up until that point, it's like a repeat fractal. It wasn't very different, right? So the reason we came lower is because we had this demand zone on the low, which I believe I discussed in that video. And that's what we hit. Now, this is the very last demand zone until the range low. Okay. And like I said, we're very, very overextended to the downside, like insanely overextended to the downside. We have had, if we pull up our daily time frame and we hide all of our TA for a moment, okay, we have had, I mean, how many days is this? This is 22 days. So 3 weeks straight of down and a 40% move to the downside. If anybody argues that this is not overextended to the downside, like, I don't know what is. And remember the source of who's even saying this to you. Nobody's more of a perma bear than me. Nobody wants crypto to go down more than me, but I'm also very objective. What do we know after we get a break of structure? And if you don't know, you're about to know. After you get your high, your low, your lower high, your lower low, you are expecting what? Lower high, lower low. The market does not just go in one direction. It is unrealistic for that to happen, which is why I was saying that a short squeeze is coming. And keep in mind that this move to the downside was very aggressive and we did not sweep any liquidity to the downside. Now, this ended up being a PO3, so this is the type of move you would expect. But following a move like this, do you really think that it's wise to be shorting here when you could have shorted up here on live stream with me? Probably not. We're very overextended. I'm not really an EMA kind of trader, but we are like exactly. The market is trying to find equilibrium at all moments, and our EMA is like way up here. We are due for this. We're due for it. Okay. Now, are we going to go all the way up to 80s and whatever? That's another conversation for another day. But is it possible to? Yes, it is. We're overextended, and the bears have been getting free money. Free. They've been not getting punished at all. Okay. For the last 30 or let's say 30 days or so. Okay. So number one, if you just learned something new, again, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. My name is Gio and I teach you why the market moves the way it does in case this is the very first time we are meeting. And disclaimer, all content presented is a complete joke and should not be taken seriously. Gio is an incompetent 5 foot 2 and 3/4 want to be seen on a financial advisor. Crypto is a scam. Making money online is impossible. Global warming is real. And the earth is flat. Viewer discretion is advised. Every 100 likes, I will give away a Nexus internship. Okay. So it's safe to say that we are looking for that lower high to then make the lower low. So how did we actually execute on this trade? I don't need this anymore. How did we execute on this trade? How am I up right now? Today, up $18,000. Okay. And by the way, again, I'm being very transparent with you guys. I have no reason to lie. I'm not going to lie. There's no point in me lying. Okay. There was a video from that Iman trading guy today that exposed Justin Weirlin as a fraud, and it's very upsetting because I kind of like that dude. I never met him, I've never talked to him, but I like who he is and I like the content he puts out. But I was saying, like, that guy could never make a video about me because I don't lie about shit. There's no point. There's no need for me to lie. This is $18,000 and I'm still in the red for this month. Okay. Like, don't think, you know, I'm not painting a picture or whatever. Okay. Not painting a picture, but you get the idea. So how did we actually execute on this trade, right? How did we actually execute on it? Well, what do we know? We came into our demand zone. For me personally, I can only tell you the way that I trade. For me personally, I use my POIs and I use structure primarily. Now, I have been flirting with Market Cipher again. I'm not going to deny that. I've actually been using it again, okay, to help me in moments where I'm like, you know, for example, I shorted 96K, and if I wasn't a fucking idiot, which I guess I am apparently, I could have been like, damn, the 3-day or 2-day or daily time frame looks bearish as shit. I could hold this bitch 40%. I didn't do that. So I've kind of kindled my love for Market Cipher. Keep in mind, I was one of the top Market Cipher creators about a couple years ago, and then I still use it, but I use it for help with my entries only because man, I'm out of breath on this treadmill. I use it for help with my entries because I can't trust it on the higher time frames, right? I just couldn't. But now I'm kind of like trying to bridge the gap between smart money and Market Cipher, which is what I call smart Market Cipher, and I'm currently testing it and it's going very well. So you know, I will share that with you guys when it is time. But how do we actually execute on this? What do we look for? How do I personally confirm my zones? Because as a scalper, you really can get in from anywhere. Okay, if you know what you're doing, you can get in from anywhere. So how did I actually take this trade? How am I in this? How am I up $18,000 today? And you know, how can you get a trade like this as well? So first things first, we hit our demand zone. I already know that we do not need to go back for this low. I was surprised that we even came this low and we even gave the bears this much free bread, to be honest with you. I was a little bit salty. I was wishing harm on the people shorting, and it's not my character to do that. But again, I'm never going to lie to you guys. I'm always going to keep it real with you. Okay. I haven't been doing well in the last little bit. Okay. But after immense amounts of patience, what do we have? I confirm my POIs using structure. And what's my structure? I have down, I have up, I have down, I have up, I have down SFP, and then I have up and break. There are a couple things that are notable about what I just said. Number one, this SFP was an SFP, which means it's a nice low. Okay, it looks like a nice buyback. As soon as I saw this morning on stream in the Nexus, I was like, that has to be the low. If that's not the low, like, I don't know, I'm gay, right? But more importantly than this SFP, and this is what the people, by the way, don't teach you, okay? Remember, I'm a very structure-based trader, and that being said, I am constantly following supply and demand. There is a story in the charts. Every candle, every price action, every bit of movement, I can tell you, for the most part, sometimes I have no idea what's going on. It's very rare. But for the most part, I can tell you and I can identify what exactly is happening. And I'm going to share that with you right now. You see this red box? This was a supply zone. Why is my supply zone red and not gray like I normally do it? Because this is telling me that this is not only a supply zone, but it has turned into a flip zone. What is a flip zone? Well, what is your structure? When in doubt, structure out. I say it all the time. Your structure is up, is down, is up, is down. This supply's job is what? Is to make a lower high and then make a lower low. This supply did not do its job. Why did it not do its job if it made a new low? Because it did not make a new low. It SFP'd the low. It failed to do its job. The job was to continue the trend, and it didn't do that. So the moment I saw this SFP, I was like, oh man, this is so gonna pop out. And this makes this idea that this is the low, like, I'm gonna exaggerate the number. I don't exactly know the number, but I'm gonna just pull a number out of my ass here and say 100 times better. Okay, like, I was way more confident in this being the low because this zone rejected. Specifically this zone. It had to have been this zone. And because this zone rejected, I knew, I'm like, yeah, this is for sure the low. Then we broke structure to the upside, and I knew we were good, but we didn't just break to the upside. What ended up happening? You had your supply here, which could have rejected, and that effectively turned into a breaker block. Now, this breaker is actually not the breaker that I had drawn out in the morning. I can find it. I don't think it's that important. It's the point of it. It was this one here. So this 15-minute breaker block is the one that I was watching this morning. As soon as we popped above it and we came back to backtest it and we held it, I knew like 90% chance we were going up from here. And remember, this is not using any of the indicators. If we wanted to use the indicators, you could have said, well, market cipher looked bullish, blah, blah, blah. And thus, that is very true. But market cipher also looked very bullish, blah, 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 throughout this whole fucking move to the downside. God forbid you trusted any bull divs on this entire last like month or so, you probably got smoked. Okay. So this is what I mean. How can you filter out the BS? Because there's a lot of BS in oscillators, a lot. And you do that by doing what I'm explaining right now. So once we got that pop out and we held that breaker, I knew like very, very certainty that the low is in. Okay. Now, initially I longed here and I made my profit and I took my profit and I closed my trade. But as you can see over here, I got in not from way that low. I was in a new trade. How did I take a new trade? Remember what I said. You can get in from anywhere if you know what to look for. Okay. And all I did was I followed it up. Okay. I followed it up. I know that it makes no sense to come back to this breaker. That made absolutely no sense. Could they have come back and tested the demand zone down here? Yes. But the problem with testing the demand zone down here is that if you take your up volume POC, which is from this low to this high at the time, this was a supply zone, by the way. Let's pull up the Nexus here real quick. So I had let the Nexus know. Earlier today, right over here. I said this 1 hour order block is the first place I will consider it TPing my long, which I did, / look to short if we see a distribution. Keep in mind, this OB was a result of very ugly highs, which I'll talk about in a second. And therefore, I do expect that we break through and at least SFP the OB. If we break cleanly, I will look to trade it as a breaker. Okay. What ended up happening? We hit the zone. You had a nice short. This was the same drawing. Look, I didn't even change it. Didn't even change the drawing at all. Okay. Didn't change the drawing. And I drew it like this, right? We got the rejection and I told everybody, if you took the short, you should already be de-risked by now. Any accumulation, I am longing. We do not need a deep retracement. Sure enough, the price was 64K at the time. We fucked around a little bit. Well, that's another update for after. We fucked around a little bit and we never came back to get the retracement. How did I know? Because we don't need to. The context of the market is what's important in those moments. We did not need to go and like, why do we need to backtest more? Why do we need to give another retest for what? We've been down only for 6 weeks. It makes no sense. We didn't need to. Okay. So that was the idea. But primarily the reason why I was saying that we don't actually need to is because our up volume POC was, and our anchored VWAP from the low was both at this level. Okay. Now I'm not going to get super in depth with what happened here. That's a little bit, and I don't mean this in a condescending way, but it's a little bit too technical. This whole thing was probably a little bit too technical, unless you're in the Nexus and you've taken the Nexus course where you can learn elaborately. Link in the description down below, by the way, and to thenexus.com. But unless you are in the Nexus, you probably won't understand it. So I'm not gonna, again, not meant to be condescending, but I'm not gonna waste my breath in that. You're not gonna get it. But this was a very technical long over here. But the main thing was that on this entire move to the downside, on this entire trend, whenever we had volume in your local range and we lost the POC in the local range, wherever it was, whichever range you were drawing, however which way you were pulling it, if you were pulling your POC, let's say you were pulling your volume like this, the moment we lost the POC across the board, from your low to the high, from the high to the low, whatever, the moment that happened, we absolutely nuked. And I knew based on, look at this, right? You had your up volume POC. The moment you lost it, you nuked. I knew that if we were to lose that POC again, there's a higher probability that we are going to nuke. So I needed that to hold. I knew I didn't need it to come back lower than what it did. Like I said, there was a very technical, very technical long here. It's a little bit complicated, but that is basically how we got here and why we got here. And so what am I expecting now? Well, I am expecting absolutely, first of all, this is now a flip zone. So the flip zone that we were talking about earlier, this is now a flip zone. So this can be turned into red. And by default, any accumulation now, if you come back and you test anything, it's a long. There's no way on God's green earth I'm shorting literally anything. If you sweep a low, right, this low, you sweep it, there's a long. If you hit a breaker block, which we might have, let's see if I can find a breaker. And by the way, it's a long for me. I'm not telling you that it's a long for me. Okay, I can't tell you it's a long because I am not a financial advisor and you should do your own research. But for me, I am looking for continuation longs, even though I'm still in the long. Yeah, I don't know where it might be, but that's fine because I'm already in my positions, right? Nexus is already new from the low. But the long story short, to finally come and land the damn plane from me talking for, I don't even know, 15, 20 minutes without a breath, seemingly, is the same video that I made 2 days or 6 days ago. My apologies. The one with the wicked good thumbnail. I know. Thank you. The same idea, which is watch this if you're bearish, short squeeze coming. It's the same plan. And I talk about this all the time. Sometimes the plan that you have, like the December range that I made 200K on, takes way longer and it happens in way different of a way that you think. But the idea remains the same. We are overextended to the downside. We have so much buy side liquidity above us. Zero liquidity has been taken. Bears are sitting so comfortably and there are so many shorts opening up at the lows. Okay? There are so many shorts. Everybody thinks this thing is just going to go to zero. And believe me, guys, if you've known me for the years that I've been on YouTube and we're homies and we're friends and you love me and I love you, then you know that nobody thinks this is going lower than me. I think 65K, people thought it would never see like 100 or sub 100K again. And I'm like, I can even tell you right now, I think the odds that we don't see in the 30s, I mean, okay, here's the deal. If we start breaking like 55-ish, 56-ish, breaking with like weekly candle closes and shit, people are saying the low is going to be 40K, whatever. I think the low is going to be like 30K or in the 20s even. And then I think next cycle might be a lower high and then lower low. And we don't even see a 126K again. So understand who is the source that's saying this. I don't believe in Bitcoin. Anyway, my point though is that the shorts, the bears have been given a free ride this whole time. And the long story short of it is I do expect a short squeeze. Okay, I absolutely expect a short squeeze. We haven't seen it. Everybody is so bearish all of the damn time. And the market can't just go down. We're overextended to the downside. So how far up can this short squeeze take us? Honestly, I don't know right now. I really don't know. I think that this can easily take us to like 68K. Okay, one thing to note is that this candle's weekly open, we opened and we went straight down. And whenever you see a candle that looks like this, not all the time, but it's uncommon that your candle will remain like that. So I do expect a new weekly high potentially this week. And if you just go like historically in the charts, you won't see it because the candle will have gotten fixed. But usually, not always, usually they go and they fix those candles. If it's not, the next one, it might take a couple candles, but they usually go and fix those candles. Okay? And so right now to me, everything is still pointing up. I don't really see why it needs to go lower than what it already went to today. And for me, I think like TP1 is going to be these highs here. I don't see at all why we wouldn't go and take those highs. But obviously, like that guy that made that comment on my on my YouTube that I posted on my Twitter, unlike him, who doesn't understand that data can change at any point, you gotta know that like the data can change at literally any moment in time. Okay, was that enough information for you guys? Do I get a like button for that? Because I didn't even stop talking for like 30 minutes straight. My throat hurts after that, so I need some likes after that. 45 likes, 78 people in here. Thank you all for being in here. Like I said, I hope we are all happy, healthy, wealthy. I did not see that Bitcoin took the previous high that it made. I maybe would have scalp shorted that had I had seen it. I didn't see it, unfortunately. Let's see if I would have taken a short there. Would I have taken a short there? Yeah, you know what? I probably would have. But it's okay. It's all love. Because, I'm used to missing trades while I'm on stream. That happens literally all the time. So, I ain't, it's nothing foreign to me. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Hidden bear divs on the 1 hour. 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 Okay, shit's not even loading, I guess. Hidden bear divs on the 1 hour. Hidden BDs on the 1 hour. Hidden bear divvies on the 1 hour. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't really see, like, we could definitely see a pullback here for sure. I just don't really see why we would pull like that far back. I don't see why we wouldn't at least go for like this high. But I think we're gonna come up to 68.6 probably like within the next day. That's what I think. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. Okay, so don't listen to me, because once again, and we're gonna start doing this thing where every time I hit you guys with the disclaimer, we gotta rate it out of 10. Okay, and by we I mean you guys gotta rate it for me. All right. We're gonna get a rating. Okay, you guys are gonna be the judges every time, and we're gonna do one take every single time, and every single time I do it, you guys gotta write in the comments, you gotta rate it out of 10. Ready? Let's see if we can do it. All content presented is a complete joke. Should not be taken seriously. An income at 5 2 3/4 want to be seen on financial advisor, crypto scam, making money online is possible. Global resort. There's 5-year discretion is advised. That was not a bad one, actually. I think that was a pretty good one. I'll give myself a 7.62 on that one. 7.62. Anyway, so that's the deal with BTC Sizzy. All right, when we were at the lows, we had divs and blah 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 blah. Okay, -10 V trade. That is, so so heartbreaking. Okay, now that we talked about BTC Sizzy, let's talk about I don't really want to talk about USDT, to be honest with you. I don't really feel like it. But ETH hit a short zone. I didn't know that. Probably should have taken profit on ETH. I don't really want to talk about ETH either. What I do want to talk about, I should probably take profit on Ethereum. What I do want to talk about is ETH BTC. And I'm not going to go so in depth with ETH BTC, but here's what I am going to tell you guys about ETH BTC. Assuming that Bitcoin has a run up right now, here, look, let's bare bones. Okay, we're gonna hide all the TA, and we're gonna go back again to the bare bones. Listen, this is the basis of my entire fives in the chat, guys. That is so mean. The foundation of all of my trading is structure. I say it all the time. When in doubt, structure out. Okay. After you get a break of structure, as we have gotten, what is your expectation? Is lower high, lower low. You could even get a higher high SFP and then a lower low. That is the expectation. So assuming we do get a lower high, lower low, and if I turn my TA on, these are the zones I'm looking for. Yes, I'm still looking up at 102, 104. Do I think it's going to happen? I have absolutely no idea. But if I do, I will be prepared for it. Okay. I'm also looking at, 86-ish K. I'm also looking at 83K. I'm also looking at 74, 75K, which is my not really preferred scenario, but it is my kind of minimum target. Like I minimum want 75, 74-ish. But the point is that if, I'm not saying we will, I'm saying if we get the lower high, lower low, if we get the short squeeze that I'm expecting could happen, right? If that happens, on this leg to the upside, here's where things get interesting. Ethereum BTC is in a very critical area. Shouts out to Alex O'Crypto. One love. We love you. ETH BTC is in a critical area. Okay. Not only is it potentially giving you a bullish PO3, and I'm not saying it's going to pump this whole way, but not only is it giving you a potential bullish PO3, it's doing it in a zone that makes sense. You are holding, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a weekly breaker block right now. Not only are you holding a weekly breaker, but you have currently an accumulation in the works. Okay? You remember earlier on the stream when we were talking about flip zones? This is the same thing right now. If, not will, if ETH BTC can come up and break this high, that is your first sign of strength. When we talked about Bitcoin earlier on the stream, we talked about that flip zone, and we talked about that being your first zone, your first sign of strength, and it's in a POI. Okay, so if the high goes, ETH BTC has a chance to run up to, I would say at the very minimum, this high. Why is that notable? That's notable because Ethereum itself, you see this box that I have drawn, guys, when we had our big kind of capitulation, this box that says all in. Now, I'm not going to say that it's literally all in, but here's my point. This is a very important box. This is my, listen, my TA, if we lose this box, 1700-ish, and I don't mean lose it by $100. I mean, if we start losing this thing significantly, like we start falling below $1,500, I see absolutely no way that ETH doesn't come all the way down to this low. Okay? I don't see how ETH will not come down to $900 if ETH starts to lose $1,500. I just don't see it. There's nothing here to stop it. There's nothing to stop it. It's probably going to go even lower than that if that happens, okay? Which is why this was marked out as my all-in zone. Now, understanding that, am I saying that this is the bottom for ETH forever? No. Because if Bitcoin does go down to 30K, then you can bet your damn ass. You can bet Rasputia. Have you guys ever seen Norbit? Do you guys know? Hold on. Who has seen Norbit? Let me know in the chat. If you guys have seen Norbit, you can bet Rasputia's big, fat, black ass that if Bitcoin goes down to 30K, Ethereum is going to go down to sub $1,000. Okay? But here's the thing. If Bitcoin continues to get this squeeze that we're discussing, and ETH BTC breaks out of its accumulation zone, then Ethereum, I do suspect, will outperform Bitcoin. So, over the next couple days, couple weeks, you want my opinion? I'm going to give my opinion. I assume you want it because you're here. Over the next couple weeks or so, if, okay, I don't want any assholes in the comments saying Gio said whatever. If we start to break up here on ETH BTC, then in my opinion, I think that ETH is going to be a better long than Bitcoin is. Okay, I think ETH is going to be the better long. So how can we approach it and how can we play it? And then I'm done talking after this, okay? Let's pull up our SMT. Here we have BTC on the high, and here we have ETH on the low. This was the range, the January high, the 96K, where I longed it and I made my 200K, was right up here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. What happens on this high? We, my friends, had something called an SMT. All an SMT is the divergence between correlating assets. You can see that Bitcoin made a higher high and Ethereum made a lower high. Why is that notable? It's notable because now Ethereum has equal highs, which means it has something that we can easily target. Okay? What do I trade? I trade liquidity. Since the dawn of my channel, I've been a smart money trader. I am tackling liquidity. It's the same reason why I said last night's short was the stupidest short that you could have ever taken. Yes, the trade won, but your trade is not defined. Like it's the quality of the trade does not depend on the outcome of the trade. If you take that trade 100 times, you're going to be not profitable in the long run. So the reason this is important is because if Bitcoin does give us a short squeeze and we get a lower high, potentially lower low, what we might end up getting on the other end of it is another SMT where Ethereum comes and takes the high and Bitcoin makes a lower high. Okay, and why would I suspect that? Because Ethereum is the one that has the liquidity that's above. Bitcoin was a PO3. Bitcoin trapped everybody on the highs, right? Bitcoin was a PO3. That's why we closed the long there and we shorted from there, right? So we'll see how things transpire here over the next few days or so. But that is the plan. And these are my current trades. And now I'm done speaking. If you just received value, I need the like button, please and thank you. And if this is our very first time meeting, hello, my name is Gio. I'm 5'2" 3/4. That part is not a joke in my disclaimer. And I do sing. I am a wannabe singer. And I trade from time to time. So it's a pleasure to meet you if you are here. All right. Seriously, I'm done talking. I'm done. Hey, great show. Question. How successful do you need to be to start a YouTube channel and not embarrass yourself? Good question. Are you still here? Burn it down. If you are still here, my friend, here's what you do. First of all, YouTube is it's a grind, man. It's a grind. Okay. YouTube is they say it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. That is absolutely true. Okay. You need to really want to do it. Okay. So I encourage you to do it. Okay. I encourage you to. I think everybody, to be honest, no matter which field you're in, should have a YouTube channel. But I'm going to be very honest with you, my friend. Okay. And don't think that this is me trying to discourage you, but I'm going to be honest. You need to really have a passion for it. Okay. You need to do it because here's the thing. You're going to start making videos and you're not going to get a lot of views and you're not going to get a lot of subscribers and you're going to put in so many hours and you're not going to see any results. And it's going to be like that for a very long time. Okay. Now you can reach out to me and I can try to help promote it and I can like it and whatever, but I can only do so much. The thing is that it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Okay. So you really need to love it. You need to love it. Okay. Now, how do you do it without making a fool of yourself? And the best way the best advice that I can give you is when you are transparent with everybody and you're honest with everybody, then you're not going to make a fool of yourself no matter what. Because you will earn a sense of trust with them, with your audience, whether or not you are right. Now, I'm assuming you're talking about a crypto channel or a trading channel or whatever the case is, unless it's a different niche. but I'm assuming it's trading. If it's trading and you're missing, you can almost do it as like, think of it as like a journal for yourself more so than anything else. And understanding that point of view, that perspective of it, you need to understand that they're not there for just the trading. You guys are here. Some of you are probably here because you want signals and whatever, but I've really developed a connection with many of you. Some on a personal level, some, you know, some through the Nexus and like in a premium level, but many of you are here because, you know, I can entertain you and you've gotten to know me over the years and people come for me. That's why when I start singing during stream, as K-Pack just said, you know, and it's a crypto stream, people don't leave. Some people leave, but some stay. And so, you know, you are the product, right? You are the product. So, you know, build that rapport with your subscribers. And if you don't want to make a fool of yourself, just don't. And the way you don't is just be honest. Hey guys, I took a trade today and I got smoked. Hey guys, I did this and I got smoked. Listen, what was the very first thing that I said on this stream was that I'm in a red month right now. I have a red month. I have a completely red month this month. And I have no shame in it. This is the game. This is how you play. This is what happens. Anyway, shouts out to K-Pack. Shouts out to Alex of Crypto. Shouts out to Justin. So I hope that helped, bro. Like, just be yourself, right? Be authentic. Don't try to be anybody. Be yourself. Be you. And you don't need to be perfect. That's the thing. You don't need to, right? I told you guys this. The iMan guy made a video about Justin Weirlin, and it sucks because I really like him. I've never spoken to him, but I really like him and I really like his content. And it sucks that he just got exposed as like being a faker. He kind of exposed himself. It sucks, man. I like this guy. I like this channel. I think he talks a lot about like good things. You know, I think he has a good message. The difference is that he his approach was, I guess, wrong. I didn't really look into the video that much. But anyway, my point is be yourself. Don't, like, be transparent, and you won't make a fool of yourself. Top G with you since 2021. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Thanks, man. That sounded sincere, so fuck it. You are good in it, but not passionate. If you're not passionate about it, you could try, but I don't think that you're going to, and please don't take this in the wrong way, but I don't think you're gonna really get what you're looking for if you're not passionate about it, because it's not easy. Okay, people think it's so easy to just come, and the income from online is so good and whatever, and it is. Don't get me wrong, it absolutely is, but it's a lot of work, man. We do a lot of work. It's not like we don't. And not only that, but we're doing the hardest game in the world, which is trading, and we're doing it publicly. So that's what I mean. Like, why lie? Why lie? Like, that's I don't understand. Like, is it an ego thing? Anyway, I wonder what this video, I wonder what this look at these comments, man. I wonder I don't know, man. It's like an ego thing. I don't know. Anyway, I like him. It sucks that it kind of sucks that he got exposed like that or whatever. Kind of sucks. Somebody had a YouTube video where they showed his strats go break even or slight loss. Yeah. Yep. And that's why I say all the time, like, unless you can do this in real time, like, unless, like, we take trades all the time in the Nexus, okay? I take trades all the time live in the mornings with them. And obviously I'm not in there I'm not live all the time, but I'm updating my real-time channel literally all the time. Like, I drew this out. Look at this. I drew this prior to it happening. I drew this box saying this is a short, scalp short. I said here, right here, if you took the short, you should already be de-risked by now, right before the big pump happened. So, like, and I'm not always right. That's the thing. Like, I've missed a lot in the last couple weeks. I'm not gonna, not that I missed, but there's no follow through, right? There just hasn't been any follow through. And so, yeah, that's basically where what I'm saying. Like, unless they really can do it and be open, anybody that's open and trading in front of you all the time, like, I can't hide even if I wanted to. And then they don't have bad times or bad moments, or they claim that they don't lose or whatever, is like just the biggest lie ever. So don't, 99% of the traders and stuff, you can't really trust them, honestly. 99% of them, I would say. Anyway, looks like we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. All right. Joe, I spent a lot of time away from Discord, just studied some notes you took from me and decided to try futures. Man, everybody's going to futures. Working on getting funded. It's not the year of making money. It's your year of learning. That's the attitude. If you chase the money, you are going to, the money's always going to move faster than you. It's like if you're like money. First of all, money is like water. It's always moving. It's like a river. Okay. And you can't chase it. You can't chase the money. The money will always go faster than you. The river will always get away from you, no matter how hard. What you need to do is you need to plant yourself in the water and let it take you. The water will come to you. The money will come to you. Play the game, get good at the game, and the money is a byproduct of the game. So that is absolutely the right attitude. K Pizzy. K Pizzy in the house. Shouts out to K-Pack. Anyway. That's the situation. Anyone take spot positions on BTC ETH? No, I have not did it. Process over profits. Yeah. And listen, just to go back, just to circle back to the whole what was I gonna say? Just to circle back to the whole, like, yeah, I don't even remember. I just lost it. Sorry, my ADHD. I'm losing my voice being here, guys, by the way. But yes, anyways, process over profits. 100%. Oh, yeah. Just to go back to the whole me being very transparent thing. Guys, there are moments where I'm like, do I even know what the hell I'm doing? Like, I'm like, wow, literally nothing is working. You know what I mean? Like, nothing is working. And so you really start to question, like, yourself and like, what the fuck? Do I know anything anymore? At least I do from time to time. This month, not a good month. Not a good month. Definitely not a good month. So yeah, I'm in the red this month. Last month was the best trading month I've ever had, and this month I'm in the red. So welcome to trading. Trust the process, though. You stick to the process even when the process, it seems like it doesn't work anymore. Anyway, we just swept that low. Let's see if we can get a push up here. Let's see if we can fuck the bears. F the bears. Wait for the bare necessities, your motherfucking recipes. Don't worry about your do. All right, we're gonna get off the treadmill. How long we been on this bitch for? How long we been on stream for? Let's have a little bit of fun, man. 1 hour. Let's have some fun. Let's stop the treadmill. Let's stop the treadmill. Wait For the bare necessities. Do recipes. Don't worry about your do. Yeah. I hear the bare necessities. Okay, I'm gonna go get water and I'm gonna go get some hauls. Someone give me a song. You guys give me a song, please. And then we'll have some fun. But give me a song. I'll be back. Wait for the bare necessities. Bare necessities of life, you get to mute, you'll get to you. Like for the bare necessities. Man, remember when I used to stream every day? I used to like lose my voice. Can y'all hear me? Look for the bare necessities. But up enemies. Oh, 9 to 5 is fucking fire. All right. Hold on. Hold the phone. 9 to 5. Now I can't be too loud, and unfortunately I don't have the best vocal control in the world, so we might like kind of just like hang, you know what I mean? More than anything else, but yeah. Now I tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. This is absolutely a banger. Tumble out of bed. Let's see if I can tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. That's high. That's a little bit high. Tumble out of bed and I can go the lower key. Myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower, the blood starts pumping. Out on the streets, the traffic starts jumping. Oh, job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to... Let's see if I can get a way to make a living. Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. See, it gets high there. It gets high. I want back. Yeah. All right, let's run that back. Tumble to the kitchen, pour myself. Ready? Stumble to the kitchen. It's high though, but I'm gonna try. Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Out on the street, out on the street, the traffic starts jumping with folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5, yeah. Way to make a living. And no giving, lose your mind. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, service and devotion. Think that you just lose your mind. Out. If we do this. Yeah, you guys are making me blush. If we can get above here, I might look to long again. I'll add to my long. Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Am I too echoey? I feel like we're echoing too much. Hold on. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make... I was singing Urgent earlier. Hell yeah. Let's try this one. Ready? All right, we're gonna try, man. Listen, we're gonna give it a shot, all right? It's late, but we're gonna try. Let's go. You're not shy. You get around. You wanna fly. Don't want your feet on the ground. You stay up. You won't come down. You wanna live. You wanna move to the sound. You got fire in your veins, burning hot, but you don't feel the pain. Your desire is insane. You can't stop until you do it again. But sometimes I wonder, as I look in your eyes, maybe you're thinking of some other guy. I know, yes I know how to treat you right. That's why you call me in the middle of the night and say it's urgent. So urgent, baby, no, no. You play tricks on my mind. You're everywhere, but you're so hard to find. You're not warm or sentimental. You're so extreme. You can be so temperamental, but I'm not looking for a love that lasts. I know what I need, and I need it fast. Yeah, bro, Foreigner is super not easy to sing. Super not easy to sing. Do you know what I mean? Not at all. God bless Alex O'Crypto. We love Alex O'Crypto around here. We love Alex O'Crypto. All right, let's see another one. Bro, we're gonna try this one. Ready? Ba-ba-dum-ba-ba. You had a lot of crooks try to steal your heart. Never really had luck, couldn't never figure out how to love. How to love, yeah. You had a lot of moments that didn't last forever. Now you in this corner trying to put it together. How to love, how to love, whoa, whoa, whoa. You and me together through the days and nights. And I don't worry, cause everything's gonna be alright. Friends keep on talking, and they can say what they like. They don't worry, cause everything's gonna be alright. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Somebody asked me about a song. What was the... You're dancing in the kitchen making coffee. You and me together, and they can say what they like. And they don't worry, cause everything's gonna be alright. No one... I'm better at rock, though. I was made for loving you, baby. All right, y'all, you guys gotta sing this one with me, all right? I'm gonna pull it up. It's a lower key, though, so it can accommodate me. And then yeah, this might be the last one. We'll see. But this one's for K-Pack. This was for KPZ. This is my song, girl. Oh, yeah, this is my song. Come on now, come on now. Come on now. Everybody. Let's get a rock emoji in the chat. Rock emoji, rock on emojis. Let's go. All right, ready? And tonight, I wanna give it all to you. In the darkness, there's so much I wanna do. And tonight, I wanna lay it at your feet. 'Cause girl, I was made But tonight, I wanna see it in your eyes. Feel the magic. There's something that drives me wild. And tonight, I wanna make it all come true. 'Cause girl, you were made for me. And K-Pack, I was made for you. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. And I can't get enough of you, baby. Can't you get enough of me? Okay, man. Our long is getting absolutely smoked. So now the question is, should we just TP and re-enter? Man, I missed the short, bro. I missed the fucking short, dude. Let's check USDT. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me, and tonight I wanna give it all to you. Feel the magic. So much I wanna do. And tonight. Okay, here's the deal. This is the trade actually on USDT right now. That is the trade, just like this, just like that. So if we see a reason to short USDT here, then we may absolutely long the market because it is an inverse correlation. Do you know what I mean? Oh man. All right, I'm over this. Every time I'm here, loving you, baby. Every single time, literally every single time I'm on stream, I miss trades. Every single time. 100% guaranteed. And tonight, I want us let it all come true. By the way, whoever was asking me about this song earlier, it's like a focus song, and there you go. There you go. It's a really good song, actually. Yeah, we might have to just close the trades, and then I'll just enter again. Because I don't really want to, I don't really want a round trip, to be honest with you. That's not really something that I fancy. I don't really fancy the round trip. I can't believe I missed that fucking short. Oh my god. I'm never fucking streaming again, I swear. And we're round tripping so hard right now. Cause girl, I was made. All right, listen. I gotta focus on my trade, guys. I gotta focus on my trade. So I will see you guys later. I will stream again soon. Okay, maybe tomorrow. We will short again. I mean, we will stream again. But I gotta focus on my trade, and I gotta talk to my people. My people are talking to me, and I gotta figure out what the fuck we're doing, because I'm not focusing because I'm on stream. So, my friends, I hope that we're all happy, healthy, wealthy. I will see you soon. One love. Thank you for kicking it with me, and I will see you guys later.
Set my heart on fire.